1997.
Voilà, oké. Goedenavond allemaal, welkom op mijn tweede en nieuwe stream dan vandaag, op zondagavond dit keer. Nu ga ik reageren op het wereldkampioenschap rally van 1997. Gaan we zo meteen beginnen. Hello everyone, good evening, welcome to the second stream of today. Now, we're going to react to the World Rally Championship of 1997. Let's start. Zo, voilà. And like this.
FIA World Rally Championship, Monte Carlo, Sweden, Kenya, Portugal, Spain, Corsica, Argentina, Greece, New Zealand, Finland, Indonesia, Italy, Australia, and Great Britain.
Very interesting year.
Rallying's traditionally been dominated by the Finns, and 1996 was no exception. The World Championship, decided on the Rally Australia, was won for the first time by Tommy Mäkinen.
Yep.
Well done, well done.
Coming number 1.
Mäkinen then the latest in a long line of Finns to excel at the sport. For 1997, Mitsubishi had a brand new Group A car, the Lancer Evolution 4, for Mäkinen and co-driver Seppo Harjanne.
Three main things are the biggest difference. Rear suspension and gearbox and engine is a bit different.
Tommy had 2 teammates during the year. Richard Burns drove another Lancer Evo 4 on selected events, although for marketing reasons it was badged as a Charisma GT. On the other rallies, Uwe Nittel drove the second car, an older Evolution 3 Lancer, entered by the German Rally Art team. Runner-up in 1996 was Colin McRae, another new car for the 1997 season, but his was one of the new breed, a Subaru Impreza built to the new World Rally Car regulations.
Yeah, and this is a big change with last year and previous years. I like the car, it's nice, it sounds okay, sounds pretty nice too. It's a nice car in general, but the previous car was actually a little bit nicer because the sound was slightly nicer. So yeah, they're both nice cars, but if you would ask me what is your favorite car, this one or the older one, I would say the older one. Yeah, that's what I like it. Dit is dus dan de versie dan, de nieuwe versie in 97. Is deze beter als de oudere model? Ja, het is moeilijk. Ik vind de oudere model beter omdat die ook beter klinkt. Dus als je nu echt moet vragen aan mij van wat is nu de keuze? Deze of het oudere model, dan kies ik toch voor het oudere model. Maar dit is wel een van de grootste veranderingen in 97.
Yeah, it's good to have a change. The old Group A car was getting a bit long in the tooth, and it looks very spectacular as well. Sounds different. Obviously, the performance is a bit better, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Not only a new car for McRae, but a new colleague as well.
He's a very easygoing sort of person, and the practice has gone well, our testing has gone well, and I really am looking forward to it.
Sweden's Kenneth Eriksson, seen here with team boss David Richards, would drive the second car on gravel events during the year, with the all-tarmac rallies being contested by Italy's Piero Liati.
Yeah,
the team's goal was clear, both world titles.
Ja.
The other manufacturer tackling both series was Ford, who had an almost all-new lineup. A new boss, Malcolm Wilson, a new team, M Sport, and a new car, the Escort World Rally Car. The team leader, however, was still Carlos Sainz.
Ja. Okay.
What would be a good season for you?
Win. As simple as that.
Ja,
Sainz's
heel
partner
simpel.
was
Heel
the
simpel.
1996
Winnen.
European champion,
Gewoon
Armin
winnen.
Schwartz.
Ja.
Besides the new cars, 1997 had a new feel too.
Ja.
After 3 years of event rotation, all 14 rounds would count. So arriving in the south of France for round 1, everyone knew it would be a long season.
Ja, maar wel
The
een
Monte
goeie.
Carlo Rally is perhaps the most famous event in the series. Heavy rain greeted the championship contenders as the first special stage of the year got underway around the streets of Monaco.
Oh, daar. Oei. Whoops.
But it's the stages in the mountains north of the Principality which make up the bulk of the rally. Sainz
Yep.
and his co-driver Lewis Moyer had a superb start, taking the lead after the first mountain stage.
On the mountains, the real road
Mäkinen
begin.
wasn't so happy. The icy roads meant that he and Seppo Harjanne were slipping and sliding all over the place.
Ja, zie het.
Vasen
Zie
oikein
het.
eri aukee.
Heel glad. Wow. Oei.
Tyre choice, it seemed, had been a factor in Sainz's lead.
Well, I went with one tire which is rain tire, no studs. Tommy went with studs, and at the end of the two stages is 2 seconds different. So obviously it was very, very close, one decision to the other.
His teammate obviously wasn't on the same tyres.
Oh. Oh.
Schwartz had the dubious honour of being the first driver to dink a World Rally car when that happened on stage 2.
It was not bad. We just came out of the trucks in the slush snow and we hit the wall. And it was quite gnarly, so we have to go backward and forward all the time just to get the car in the right direction, and we lost quite some time.
The Monte Carlo Rally isn't one of Colin McRae's favourites, and he wasn't enjoying the conditions.
Oh. Ai. Ja, spijtig. Too bad.
In the other Subaru, Piero Liatti was a lot happier, and he had a far better day than his team leader.
Ja.
Freddie Loix from Belgium was quickest around the stage in Monaco itself, but the Toyota driver soon found that the mountain roads were a different matter.
Ja, it's slippery, ja.
Loix and Sven Smits dropped to 8th as a result of that spin.
Ja, dat is nou een disaster, dat is niet iets ervan. 8e. Spijtig, maar ja, goed.
Began cautiously, getting used to his new Group A car after finishing second in the Group N championship in '96. Didier Auriol is a Monte Carlo veteran, but his privately entered Escort ended the day in 7th place.
Ja.
Schwartz in the works car was 6th, cursing the accident on stage 2.
Ja, jong. It happens real fast, hè, jong.
5th placed McRae's miserable day, though, was continuing. Visibility, it seemed, was one of his concerns.
6 right minus, tightens. 100, can you put the heater on? 4 right and 4 right.
The car's very, very difficult to drive. The transmission's not working properly. And we've got a problem with the windscreen steaming up all the time, so it's not much fun.
Nee,
As day turned to night, Loix was 4th. Liatti was 3rd, but the leading pair were just 3 seconds apart. Mäkinen was the driver in 2nd place. But the rally leader was Carlos Sainz.
Whoa, that was close. That wasn't it. Ja, jong.
Day 2, and damp tarmac had replaced the snow. Sainz found himself under attack and lost the lead on the day's first stage. It was Mäkinen who'd set the fastest time on the stage, and he led the rally for the first time.
Good.
Liatti wasn't being left behind, however, and he set the fastest time on the day's 3rd stage. For McRae, though, that second morning saw the end of his rally on an icy corner.
Ja, went out. Gaat eraf, ja, kijk. Oh. Ja, toch.
The problem is if when you're in the racing tyres, if you go slightly offline at all, you just get pulled in with the snow, and that's what happened. Unfortunately, there was a tree just on the edge of the road, and it broke the rear suspension.
McRae's wasn't the only accident.
Whoa.
Freddie Loix damaged his Toyota Celica when he left the road, but at least he managed to keep going.
Yeah, but die damage, ja, veel schade.
What's happened? Okay, I went off of the road on the stage before, and I damaged a little bit the car. I lose 22 minutes.
Didier Auriol wasn't so lucky. Transmission failure meant that the Frenchman joined McRae on the retirements list, although we'd see a lot more of Auriol later in the year.
Ja. Okay.
Schwartz also suffered from transmission problems. He and Denis Giraudet lost 3rd gear, but kept going.
Right 4 short, look at 1 about caution, right 3 to 4 short into left 3. Right 3 to 4 short into left 3.
They were in 4th place at the end of leg 2. Problems for Sainz, meanwhile, had dropped him to 3rd.
D'accordo, para izquierda buena posible tercera, sucia se cierra, frenando, para derecha buena menos sucia se cierra poco, para izquierda buena, para derecha buena más ojo, para izquierda rápido ojo ras.
Yeah, we have problem with the engine. It was misfiring practically all the way through, and well, it was not running well.
Piero Liatti and Fabrizio Pons had had a superb day. They were now 2nd.
Okay. Go, Liatti.
Per destra 3 meno lunga, in sinistra 3 meno lunga, 30, destra 3 più, per destra.
As they tackled the final few stages of the day, their thoughts were already turning to the first stage of the 3rd leg, the longest of the rally.
The first special stage is terrible. 37 kilometers is very difficult, but okay, full attack.
The final stage of leg 2, and the rally leader was now Tommi Mäkinen.
Yep.
The last one was going very well. I was pushing as hard as possible, and it was very, very good.
And so to the final day. Heavy rain greeted the crews as they arrived at that long first stage, whose name is enough to send shivers down the spine.
Yep.
Sisteron.
Sisteron, yeah.
The stage would prove decisive. Mäkinen chose the wrong tyres and dropped from 1st to 3rd in just that one stage. Liatti flew through the stage and grabbed the lead for the first time. Sainz was also faster than Mäkinen and moved up into second place.
Just like that. Amai.
Behind the top three, Denmark's Henrik Lundgaard finished in sixth place. Uwe Nittel and his co-driver Tina Turner were fifth, delighted with their performance in an unfamiliar car.
No.
Schwartz finished fourth.
Ja, fourth place, that's good. Dat is goed, ja, vierde plek.
But what of the top three?
Ja.
That incident effectively ended Mäkinen's challenge for victory. Sainz was then left chasing Liati over the rally's final few stages.
Derecha buena se tiene a poco y ras. Salsar, para izquierda buena más ojo corta, a fondo se ve por el fin, para derecha rápido ojo corta, a fondo.
But Liati could almost taste victory, and he wouldn't be caught. Only the final stage remained, another blast around the streets of Monaco, and Sainz and Mäkinen were beaten. Liati took his first win on a World Championship event, an immensely popular victory.
Yes, very good. Very good, Liati.
This moment for me is very, very, very fantastic.
Piero Liati and Fabrizio Pons, the first winners of 1997.
Yeah, well,
Their
deserve
winning
it.
margin 55 seconds, with Sainz, Mäkinen, Schwartz, Nittel and Lundgaard rounding off the top 5
What a
places.
start of the season, huh?
Points are now awarded Formula 1 style from 1st to 6th places. So this was how the drivers' table looked after round 1. Despite only one Subaru making it to the finish, they took a 1-point lead in the Manufacturers' Championship.
Goed begin van het seizoen. Bon, ja. No worries, we will do like this. Boink. Come on.
And so to the very north of Europe for round 2, the international Swedish rally. Mild weather in the weeks before the rally meant there was very little snow. It was, though, cold enough to run the opening spectator stage around the frozen canals in the centre of Karlstad, the host city.
Ja, wel. Ja, ideaal, hè? Look at that, man.
It was pretty cold in the forests, too. Sweden's Thomas Rodstrom led the rally after stage 2. Sainz was joint fastest on the next stage, so took the lead for the first time. Mäkinen won the rally last year, so started as favourite. He was quickly up to second place. Colin McRae and Nicky Grist, meanwhile, were in 4th place at the end of the morning.
Oh, shit. Aye.
Kenneth Eriksson's won the event twice, and he led after stage 4, taking the lead from Sainz.
Goed. Goed voor Eriksson. Voorlopige leider dus, ja.
Armin Schwartz and Denis Giraudet began badly, thumping a rock on stage 2.
Oh, ja, hier.
But tyres were the main worry at Ford.
Well, it's always discussion about tires. You have to decide which type of tire, which type of studs. Usually, before it's special stage, it's always the same discussion.
Halfway through the day, Thomas Rodstrom gave us one of the strangest pace note instructions of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Titans with house.
House? What house? Ah, that house.
Yeah, that house. Yeah, that one. That house.
On the longest stage of the day, 44 kilometres, Mäkinen could only manage 6th fastest. Arriving at the service area, Mäkinen wasn't happy.
I suppose we didn't have quite correct tire. We lost plenty of spikes and we lost also more than half a minute for Subarus.
Yeah, that's
Sainz
a lot.
didn't suffer as much as Mäkinen through that long stage, but even he wasn't the fastest.
I went with a little bit too long start and we lost some time, so we tried a different tire and it was not so good.
The honour of setting that fastest time on the stage went to Colin McRae.
Felt very good, but the last maybe 10 kilometres we lost all the studs, so maybe Tommy lost the studs before we did.
But his tyres were even worse than yours.
Yeah, I'm sure. It must have been to be that big a difference.
Ja.
But it quickly became obvious who was the crowd's favourite. Not McRae, but his teammate.
Of course. Ericsson, hè?
At the end of leg one, Kenneth led the rally from McRae by 7 seconds.
Ja, dat is ook niet veel, hè? That much.
He was aiming to be fighting for the lead, and of course it's not much, it's 7 seconds to Colin, but I'm very happy with my result today.
Early morning on day 2 and a rude awakening for Mitsubishi.
The selection mechanism for the gearbox had some small fault in it, and we couldn't select any gears.
At the moment it's all right, and we can continue, but unfortunately 1 minute 20 seconds is a very long time.
Yeah.
The rally leader, Kenneth Eriksson, meanwhile, was coming under pressure from his teammate.
That is long. No, don't lose the pressure. He lost the pressure.
Colin McRae began the day in 2nd place, but set the fastest time on stage 12 and took the lead for the first time.
Oh, nice. Boom, 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 boom.
With this much rain and the high temperature, I don't know how long the ice will last, but it's certainly very soft now, which is making tyre choice difficult again.
But the Subarus weren't having it all their own way. Sainz set or shared fastest time on 3 of the first 4 stages.
Yeah, he's going for it too, huh? Spawn finishing.
His teammate Armin Schwartz, though, wasn't going so well. Again.
Aye, again, yeah. Again. Oh, no, oh. Okay.
Thomas Rodstrom was caught and passed by Mäkinen during the morning, and he dropped to 5th as a result. Mäkinen was on a charge. He and Seppo Harjana moving up to 4th place. But with all those penalties, surely they'd never be able to catch the leaders.
Yeah, that's too bad. Unlucky.
Ahead of the Mitsubishi was Eriksson's Subaru. He dropped to 3rd, his challenge fading.
Carlos has been driving very well today, Colin as well, so I will try. 26 seconds is not impossible.
McRae had a so-so day. He led the rally until 2 stages from the end of the 2nd leg. Sainz, though, took the lead on stage 17, then extended it on the last stage of the day.
Okay.
12 seconds separated the Ford and the Subaru at the end of day 2.
Colin, myself, Tommy or Kenneth. I think everything can happen tomorrow.
Day 3's 6 stages would decide the rally.
Ahí va. Calenta. La Sandy izquierda rápidamente, menos poco tarde de tierra. Un grado más.
Hey, go on. Hey, Marcus. Lappy. Mäkinen.
Uwe Nittel wouldn't repeat his Monte Carlo result. His rally ended in a tree.
Ah, that tree.
Schwartz finished a disappointing 6th.
Yeah, well, yeah. Thomas
Rodstrom, competing on his home event, finished 5th.
Yeah.
McRae taking the lead again, but it wouldn't last.
Okay, why not?
Right plus light.
Oh, that's why. Oh, that one. Yeah.
Into 6 left.
Whoa.
Frustrated? Yeah, a little, yeah. It's to go from 1st to 4th, bad news.
Tommy Mäkinen was also trying a little too hard.
Ja, hij ook. Beetje te hard aan het gaan. We proberen het in het allemaal.
For sure, we were trying at least 150%, and it was a bit too much on the one place.
Yep.
Almost unnoticed amidst all the excitement, halfway through the final day, Kenneth Eriksson had been fastest on 3 stages and led.
Come on, yes, good.
Tyre choice was still concerning Carlos Sainz, and he looked happy enough with 2nd place.
I'm trying my best. I cannot do better. You know, we have done a couple of mistakes today on the tire choice, and that has cost some seconds. Maybe still I'm missing some experience.
So a delighted Kenneth Eriksson could take his first win of the year.
Yeah, good.
Very fantastic for me, for the team as well, and of course also for Pirelli. I mean, really winning the first time since 1975. They have done a lot of development with the tires, the stats, everything worked perfectly. Very, very happy.
It had been a terrific drive by Eriksson to reward Subaru with their 2nd win from 2 starts.
Zeer goed.
It was a narrow win, but it was enough. Mäkinen, meanwhile, had held off the challenge from McRae to finish 3rd, with confirmation of Radstrom and Schwartz rounding off the top 6.
Yep.
In the Drivers' Championship, after 2 rounds, Sainz now led from Liati and Eriksson, but just by 2 points.
Yeah, it's
In
not
the
much.
Manufacturers' Championship, those 2 wins from 2 starts meant that Subaru led from Ford.
Ja, goed begin van het seizoen, spannend. Ziet er goed uit. Okay, now, Safari Rally, one of my favorites.
From snow to dust, and the longest, toughest event in the calendar, Kenya's Safari Rally.
Africa, Black Continent, and the wonderful people, the roads, incredible. You've never seen such rough, dusty, smooth roads in the whole of this world. And that's where the Safari Rally comes and takes place, and that's where we're going to be competing.
Yep.
His local knowledge helped Ian Duncan lead the rally after the first competitive section. That section, though, also saw the first problem. Kenneth Eriksson hit a rock and lurched through the stage like a crab.
Dat is niet goed, ja.
And it was a big stone, or 2 big stones on the road, probably from Carlos. And I had to go over one of them, which one, and I took the right one, and it took one of the lower arm, or the hub, so it knocked the bolt out from the hub, you see, so I lost the wheel there.
Kenneth and Staffan Pamander had done their part in just getting to the service area. It was now the mechanics' turn. But it was no good. They were out.
Too bad, spijtig.
Sainz was another driver who also hit problems on that first section.
Whoa. Keep straight, man.
Tell me the animals, please.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me the animals.
Yeah,
that collision with an animal, possibly a gazelle, had taken a wheel off.
Te lo dije. Carlos, está apretado. Si no funciona la pistola, la apreté, la reapreté. Todo lo que pude y más. Todo lo que pude y más, porque le di más retoque. Helicopter, we lost the wheel. The wheel nuts are broken, so we cannot continue. That's the end of the rally for us.
Yeah.
Sainz, like Eriksson, began his long journey home.
Yeah.
Mäkinen had lost a little time on the first section, but made up for it on the second and took the lead.
Dat ik dat al wordt. Kijk eens jongens, dat is bijna echt nu weg, maar je moet wel, hè.
On the third section, though, Schwartz caught Mäkinen and led an event for the first time this year.
Ja, but Schwartz is good in Safari Rally.
Colin McRae hasn't much experience of the Safari. He was playing a waiting game. Mäkinen's teammate on his first rally of the year was Richard Burns.
Yep.
50.
Also pretty good in Safari. So yeah, good.
50. Turn K-right on bump.
Ian Duncan had backed off after that first section. He was 3rd last year in the same car and was hoping for better in '97. A string of problems meant that Mäkinen and Seppo Harjana weren't happy men.
We had just punctured 2-3 kilometers
that wasn't
before,
it wasn't bomb.
That's all. I think it's quite important to go quite slowly because still it's a long way to go.
As the first day drew to a close, McRae was relieved to be in 3rd place.
Yeah, good.
Burns was 2nd, although the day wasn't without its problems for him. He started this section without a clutch. Happily, he reached service and the clutch was changed. Schwartz, though, led the rally at the end of leg 1.
Okay.
Quite a good day. I mean, we didn't have any problems today. The car was working very, very well. Apart from one shock absorber, everything was perfect.
Good.
Day 2. Schwartz began the day in the lead, but problems weren't far away.
Watch out, doggy. Hallo. Wat zo? Pas op met de hond, hè, jongens.
Jarek, we have got the problem with the rear shock right hand side.
After 60 kilometers, we had a shock absorber broken on the rear, which
jongens.
pulled out in one go, and then almost the wheel fall off, so we have to stop and have to change it.
Yeah,
Mackinnon too had his fair share of problems, a string of punctures costing time. Eventually, mechanical damage caused by those punctures meant retirement.
Yeah, too bad, but yeah, that's safari, yeah. Really rough.
Colin McRae had a great morning and had grabbed the lead, but on the third section of the day, he and Nicky Grist had a heart-stopping moment.
Whoa! Oh.
The collision with that wall of stones had caused quite bad damage to the front of the car.
Yeah, I see it.
It was us finished. I mean, the car was right up in the air, and I thought it would have taken the whole front off. Luckily, it's damaged one corner very badly, and the front of the car's not too bad.
For Richard Burns, dust was the problem. He was forced to a standstill several times on the second section.
Right, see it.
Duncan, meanwhile, was waiting for the pair ahead to break something.
Yeah, waiting game, huh?
On a day of bizarre incidents, again, it was Schwartz's turn.
Shortless, take your shoe belt out. What do you want? Take your shoe belt out. Take it out.
We have broken the throttle cable, and Armin has a very good idea. He borrowed my shoes, and now it's working. But we did 30 kilometers like that on the stage, so not the best way to do it.
No,
His steady, cautious drive meant that Ian Duncan was third at the end of the day, the car perhaps feeling its age.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
What are they working on now?
Changing everything, I hope. We need a new car.
Burns had been fastest on the day's last section. He was second, using helpful advice from his helicopter at times.
50.
In middle, Richard.
Flat right, slow, keep middle.
McRae, though, could breathe a sigh of relief. Despite the collision with the wall, he led the rally.
Yeah, lucky.
I think the lead's probably about 6 minutes now, so 6 minutes in Safari's probably 6 seconds in any other event. So it's not an awful lot. We still need to be very careful.
Yeah.
And so to the third and final day.
Oh.
Colin McRae started it running first on the road.
Fast bump. Straight, 850.
Ja, Safari is really special, hè. Safari is really speciaal zo. I can break cars easily. Kan ik heel gemakkelijk auto's stuk maken, hoor, amai.
Colin and Nicky Grist must have thought they'd used up all their bad luck on day 2. Wrong.
I mean, we're lucky to be here, really. After about 85, 86 kilometres into the section, the alternator failed. Then we had to pull the fans out, then the engine started to run hot, and then it started misfiring, then we had to put the fan in, and then we had to do something else, and then the suspension went.
Yeah. Right.
French privateer Frederick Dorr would finish in 6th place. But the highest placed privately run car was the Toyota of Jonathan Toroitich, 5th.
Okay, good. Good.
Schwartz came home 4th, despite all the scares.
Okay.
But exactly the same as last year, 3rd place was Ian Duncan's reward.
Okay, well. Good, yeah.
Medium right over brow. To long bad right.
Richard Burns and Robert Reid finished 2nd, a brilliant result, and one he and the team were delighted with.
Yeah, it is a good result.
My best result in a World Championship, in a full World Championship rally, and 2 British drivers, 1st and 2nd, so I'm very happy.
Yep.
That allowed the new team of Colin McRae and Nicky Grist to taste victory for the first time.
Into 2 left.
To the applause of their mechanics, they'd taken Subaru's 3rd victory of the year.
Ja, mooi.
relieved that it's all over. It's a long event, this, and the last stage just seemed to go on and on forever, so I'm happy that it's all over.
It looked to be a Subaru domination. 3 wins from 3 starts.
Yeah, my.
7 minutes the gap between first and second, with Duncan, Schwartz, Toroitich and Dorr rounding off the top 6.
Yeah, Subaru.
There was now also a new leader in the Manufacturers' Championship after that 3rd round. Colin McRae had just a 1-point lead over Sainz, with Liati and Ericsson tied for 3rd place. No change though in the Manufacturers' leaderboard. Subaru still led.
Ja, nice. Okay. Volgende, next one. Okay, next one is Portugal. Also a very good one.
And so to round 4, back to Europe and the Rally of Portugal.
Ook een hele goede rally.
No prizes for guessing that it's an event popular with spectators.
Ja, nee.
80,000 packed into stage 1. If you think it looks bad from outside the car, share a ride with Nicky Grist and Colin McRae and see if you share their opinion.
Yes.
Look at it, yeah.
A lot.
Into long 6 right. Now this is crazy. 30k, long 3 right minus. 6 left. Look at 300.
I can't even see the finish board. I should never have been allowed to run.
In the end, stage 1 was cancelled, but it wasn't the behaviour of the spectators which caused the cancellation.
Some cable stuck to the wheel and rolling there, and break the brake pipe. And on the start of the stage, I felt there's no brakes at all.
McRae restarted superbly. Fastest on stage 2, he took the lead despite this spin.
Oh, okay. Whoa. Whoops.
Carlos Sainz was second after that stage, although his rally didn't last much longer.
Well, 2 kilometers to the end of stage number 3, big noise suddenly in the transmission and car stopped. No more drive, and I think something break in the center diff or something break in the gearbox or big explosion.
Yeah,
the early leader, Colin McRae, soon joined Sainz, but his retirement was caused by electrical failure.
Yeah, too bad. Speed, yeah.
Into 6 right and K, 3 left and tight.
Oh, it's dead. Just tell him to stop. All the ignition powers, everything on it just won't run.
Nick to service, come in. No, push.
The cause of the problem was a mystery. No electrics, but they had ignition. They needed a push out of the stage and had to walk back to service.
No.
Colin, what happened?
Just this electrical problem, whatever it was, just completely stopped the engine now.
How far into the stage?
About a K from the end.
And the engine just died, or what?
Yeah, it just stopped, wouldn't start again.
Tommy Mäkinen was desperate to win his first event of the year, so the 2 retirements were good news. Kenneth Ericsson was then left as the sole surviving Subaru driver, and he was trying to forget the disappointment of Safari.
No.
This was Freddie Leutz's first rally since the string of disappointments in Monte Carlo. But for his teammate Marcus Gronholm, there was retirement in spectacular fashion.
Yeah, I see that. Why?
Richard Burns was again Mäkinen's teammate, inspired by that superb 2nd place in Kenya. While Sainz's teammate once again was the consistent Schwartz. Consistent at finding problems, that is.
Aye, aye.
Okay, we manage. Spectator, come on.
Well, so far has been quite alright. On the last stage we just slipped over a bank and lost a minute there because he couldn't get back. Otherwise it was fine.
At the end of the day, the leading local driver was Rui Madeira in 5th place in his Subaru.
Yep.
Richard Burns was 4th in the Mitsubishi Charisma. Leix in the old Toyota Celica was 3rd.
That's very good. Good to Leix.
Kenneth Ericsson and Staffan Pamanda were embroiled in a 2-way scrap for the lead. But the leader was Tommy Mäkinen, the Mäkinen of old. Day turned to night, and with the daylight went Mäkinen's confidence. He led until the 2 night stages, when his challenge faded. And so it was Kenneth Ericsson and Staffan Pamanda who led the rally at the end of the day. It had been a brilliant drive.
Yes, go. Good.
I had a good run so far, and leading, I'm very pleased with my performance and also for the team as well.
Day 2 and a daylight start meant Kenneth Eriksson wasn't so quick. The first 3 stages of the day were exact repeats of the last 3 of day 1, but Eriksson couldn't repeat his feat of the previous day.
Till ansin höger 2 plus. Till vänster 3. I höger 4.
Mäkinen's confidence had returned. He was on a charge and made up nearly all of the lost time.
Okay, that's good news for him.
At the next service area, it was obvious Eriksson was under pressure.
I mean, I've been trying my best, but Tom has been a bit faster, so he's now 1 second behind me, so it's a very close fight.
Of course, going flat out, but maybe still I could go a bit faster, but of course it makes more risk as well.
For Mitsubishi, Tommi Mäkinen provided the silver lining, Richard Burns the cloud.
Towards the end of the stage, we lost first, second and third. And then just on the short piece of road section here, 4th, 5th and 6th were all stripped as well, so we can't go anywhere.
Not too bad.
Rui Madeira got up to 4th place as a result of Burns' retirement, but an accident lost him over 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, that's a lot.
Schwartz had a few problems caused by visibility, but otherwise was more or less okay. He was 4th. Loix in the Celica had a trouble-free day. He seemed to be enjoying himself in 3rd place. There was still a 2-way fight for the lead, but Eriksson had been losing time all day. Mäkinen was pulling away, but the contest would be decided by an unlikely ally, Eriksson's car.
Oh. Yeah, unfortunately. Oh, that's crazy. Ja, ik wil je zeggen.
Then just stopped for some funny reason we really don't know yet, but I realized like maybe 500 meters before that something went wrong and then it was just completely dead. I couldn't restart it and we really tried very hard with all the options we could think about, but it was impossible to start the engine.
Freddie Loix and Sven Smeets then gratefully inherited 2nd place.
Yeah, nice.
The pressure was now off Mäkinen. Fastest on every one of the day's 9 stages, he'd take a massive lead into the 3rd and final day.
Yep.
3¼ minutes, in fact, Tommy's lead.
Mooi, dat is een lot hier. Geen koers. Hij kan het rustig aan doen. Zo'n grote voorsprong.
Amazingly, the top 6 contained 3 privateers. Masao Kamioka was 6th in the Subaru.
Yeah, my.
Monaco-based Jean-Pierre Richelmy was 5th in an old Escort Cosworth. But the new Escort World Rally car of Grégoire de Mavius was 4th.
Ja, Belgium komen.
The works car of Schwartz was 1 place higher, 3rd, heading for his first podium finish of the year.
Okay, good.
With de Mavius, Loix was the 2nd Belgian in the top 5.
It was quite difficult with all the good drivers in the rally. I think I had no chance to finish 2nd, but okay, they had some problems and we did some good stage times and now we are 2nd and I'm quite happy.
Yeah, I see it.
But all the retirements meant that the pressure was off Tommi Mäkinen. He took his first win of the year.
It's really what we need. It's very good for our team. We really need. I need it, and everybody needs it.
Equally as important, perhaps, the Subaru stranglehold had been broken.
No.
4 minutes the winning margin from Loix, Schwartz, de Mavius, Richelmy and Kamioka. 4 events gone and the Drivers' Championship had its 4th leader. Mäkinen now led by 5 points from McRae, with Sainz, Schwartz, Liati and Eriksson rounding off that top 6. Subaru still led the manufacturers' table though.
Ja, amai. Very exciting. Ziet er goed uit, jongens. Oké, volgende. Zo'n dingen. Asphalt Rally.
Remaining in Europe and the all-tarmac rally of Catalonia in Spain, round 5. The fiercely loyal local spectators only had eyes for one man, Carlos Sainz.
Ja.
He and Lewis Moyer, though, had a disappointing start. Rear brake problems meant they were 6th after the first few stages. Their teammates Armin Schwartz and Denis Girardet were the only men to finish all 4 rounds of the championship so far. The same problems meant they were 8th.
Problem with the brakes. The car is over braking from the rear, so it's difficult to make a late brake all the time, and I'm not very confident.
But the biggest problem to the leaders came from the Formula 2 Peugeot 306s. Francois Delacour was soon up to 2nd place, while his teammate Gilles Panizzi led the rally. The two cars had been on the pace right from the start. It seemed the only ones not surprised were the drivers.
How come you're so fast, so quick?
Yeah, but you know, it's all the time the same story. We know, but everybody, nobody was speaking about also Gilles Panizzi, because nobody knows Gilles, and Gilles is a very good driver because now he's leading the rally.
Colin McRae won the rally last year, and he was out to do so again, putting the disappointment of retirement in Portugal behind him. Piero Liatti had a thrilling last-day battle last year with McRae, which ended with him in 2nd place. After the Monte Carlo rally, his confidence, and that of Fabrizio Pons, was sky high. Tommy Mäkinen has never won on tarmac, and was out to prove a Finn could do it.
Ja, they can.
Peugeot's perfect start, though, ended in the middle of the afternoon. Panizzi punctured on stage 6, losing 2.5 minutes, which dropped him to 9th place.
Ja, that's a lot.
In 5th place, cheered on by the faithful, but frustrated, was Carlos Sainz.
Para derecha, bueno, en tercera, se tira poco por dentro. Sassar, para izquierda, caliente, se tira poco y mucho ras. Sassar, para derecha, bueno, en tercera, se tira y se abren.
4th at the end of day 1 were Angelo and Barbara Medeghini in their privately entered Subaru. Mäkinen was 3rd, just 12 seconds separating those top 3 cars, though. But the day ended in an exact repeat of last year's final day. Liatti was 2nd. But McRae led the rally, just 1 second his advantage.
No, really? That's not much, no.
I think we're so evenly matched, we've just got to do our best, and it's the person that makes the mistake that's going to lose.
No.
Day 2 stages were all in the area around Tarragona. The first stage was the longest of the day. McRae lost 1 second to Liatti, and so the lead was shared. Schwartz's problems continued meanwhile. He was about to retire for the first time this year.
Well, we had a very, very strange car halfway through the first stage. It was more and more understeering, and all of a sudden it started very badly to steam in the car and something like burning. And we got out of the stage, I couldn't see what it was, and the following stage we broke something on the transmission.
Yeah, unlucky.
It was an amazing battle between the two Subarus. Liatti lost a little ground over the next 2 stages, taking the pressure off McRae, who now led once again.
Into 6 left minus 100. 6 left minus cut 250.
Nice image, show. Nice.
But Tommy Mäkinen had been fastest on that long opening stage and was now just 7 seconds behind the Subarus. With Schwartz out, it was now Sainz's turn to have problems. In his case, it was transmission. And also in his case, it was a complete mystery.
Ja, speelt hij. Ja, too bad. No.
We broke exhaust, and then the flames destroyed the prop shaft.
The rally leader was the next to have problems. The damage caused by that puncture was clear, but the time lost was the biggest worry.
Yeah, I see it. Okay.
Yeah, puncture very near the start, and we drove slowly to try and let the ME work. But it didn't work for whatever reason, we don't know, and we had to stop and change.
Gilles Panizzi was now 3rd thanks to McRae's puncture, the same problem which had cost him the lead on day 1. Liatti, though, still shared the lead. But it was now with Tommy Mäkinen. Had it not been for one small error, he'd have led on his own.
Oh ja, dat mistake. Ja, ja. Oops.
So what is going to be the deciding factor?
Going flat out tomorrow as fast as possible.
I think tomorrow morning is the maximum attack.
Yeah.
And so day three's five stages would decide the rally. Mäkinen was running first on the road. Liati was next, but he lost 3 seconds on the first stage and 6 on the next.
Oei, oei.
So Mäkinen now led by 9 seconds with just 3 stages remaining.
Okay, looks good.
So I'm very happy at the moment for the performance of car and mine. It's been very good.
The tire is very hot, and the problem is this is not good feeling for me.
Yeah, understandable. Yeah, okay.
His string of problems meant that the local hero, Sainz, finished out of the points.
Oh, that's beter, yeah. Too bad.
Also
Especially in
outside
Spain.
the points, Uwe Nittel, finishing 8th, not helped by a spin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That allowed Rui Madeira to finish 6th in the Subaru. Angelo Medeghini and his wife Barbara co-driving could finish 5th, a superb result.
Yeah, good.
McRae was a frustrated 4th.
Yeah, too bad, but okay.
Francois Delacour had retired meanwhile after being pushed out of Parc Fermé. That left Panizzi, the sole surviving Peugeot driver, in 3rd place.
Okay.
And so to the final stage, just 4 seconds between Mäkinen and Liati.
Ja helppo vasen aukee 120.
Tommy, exactly the same time at the halfway point. Do you think it's enough to have won?
Yeah, I think it should be. We had. Okay, we never know.
Liati needed to take 5 seconds off Mäkinen if he was to win. He didn't.
Oh, he didn't. Nope. Niet gelukt.
Maximum attack, but it's not possible.
Tommy's tyres went off on the second half. How were your tyres?
The same for me, the same.
22.43, it's not enough, Piero. What a rally it's been, though. Very, very close.
Yes.
Yep.
Congratulations, Tommy, you did it.
Thank you. I'm so happy. It was one of the most important event. I won my first proper tarmac event, and it's really something. It's like last year World Championship title. It's about the similar feeling at the moment.
Not only Mäkinen's, but Mitsubishi's first ever win on a tarmac event.
Yeah,
7 seconds
nice.
the gap between first and second, with Panizzi, McRae, Medeghini and Madeira rounding off the top 6. 5 rounds gone and the Drivers' Championship looked slightly different. Mäkinen still led, but his win meant that he opened up a 12-point lead over Liati and McRae, who were now tied in 2nd place. No surprise in the manufacturers' table.
Okay. Ja, what is the next one, hè? Wat is de volgende dan? Ah ja, wereldtarmac, hè? Corsica.
Round
Also
6
very
then, 3
nice
weeks
one.
later, and another tarmac event on the
Ja.
island of Corsica.
Ook een hele goeie.
Mäkinen was determined to make it 3 wins in a row, but could only manage 6th fastest on the first stage. McRae had other ideas. He was fastest on stage 1 and took the lead.
Into 4 left plus opens, into 4 right minus line, into 2 left plus.
But the Peugeots were back. After
Yeah.
stage 2, Panizzi led. Delacour meanwhile was second, 6 seconds behind his teammate. Extensive testing before the rally meant that Ford were a changed team. Sainz was a happy man once again.
Izquierda, derecha, rápida, más en cruce, 2.
Car is working better, so we are much happier, and at least we are in the fight for a rally, which is the most important thing.
So nearly the winner in Spain, Liati was 4th fastest on stage 1. Carmen Schwartz had a new co-driver for the event, Phil Mills, but it didn't stop his problems.
Left 3 to 4 minus.
Oh. Damn it.
We broke a drive shaft in the last stage under braking, and we went up a bank and we ripped the front bumper off.
Van Nittel also clouted the scenery.
Okay. Oh yeah, like this.
At the end of the day, Mäkinen was 6th. 38 seconds separated the top 6. Liati was in 5th place. Subaru teammate McRae was 4th. Despite 3 fastest stage times, Sainz was 3rd. But the talk at the next service area was the threat posed by the F2 cars.
It's the same problem as we had in Catalunya. The F2 cars are far quicker.
Well done for Peugeot, and I think somebody has to rethink in the regulations, in my opinion.
Francois Delacour and Daniel Grateloop were
Yeah,
second.
what is my reaction about that? The F2s, yeah, they are faster, they are... if I would be a rally driver, I would not really care so much about it, because it's only a couple of rallies, so and you never know what happens, so I would not care so much about, but I understand them, so yeah, it's a double end to the story. Die Formule 2 zijn wat sneller, hè. Dus die anderen zijn natuurlijk niet tevreden. Mijn mening, mijn reactie daarover is, ja, mij zou het niet zo heel veel uitmaken, want je weet maar nooit, in een rally kan alles gebeuren, dus het zou me niet al te veel uitmaken, maar ik begrijp het wel wat ze bedoelen, want ja, natuurlijk punten en noem maar op als ze verliezen, dus ja, ik begrijp het wel.
But Gilles and Hervé Panizzi led by 6 seconds,
Yeah,
so a Peugeot 1-2 was a real possibility.
Well, you're leading, so yeah.
On the last stage it was humid on the descent, and I was going fast and much faster than Carlos Sainz.
Yeah.
And now I am 5 seconds behind. Gilles has done a fantastic day today.
But for how long, eh? You never know.
Day 2 began wet. The longest stage of the rally started the day, and tyre choice was what dominated almost every conversation.
Peugeot, they have one car on the slick tires and the other one on the rain tires. Carlos live on the rain tires, and the other thing they will live on the dry tires.
Even the normally calm Subaru team were rattled. Panizzi was on dry tyres, but the gamble didn't pay off. He lost 46 seconds, handing the lead to his teammate Delacour on rain tyres.
Heb je al, hè? Ziet je dat bedoel ik, hè?
Sainz also on rain tyres was even quicker, climbing to 2nd place.
Yep.
McRae, though, was on dry tyres and lost 45 seconds.
Yeah, you see, so much that can happen in a rally, so...
Okay, 3 left minus tightens.
I don't care so much about the F2s.
We took a more or less dry tyre, and it was very wet for the first half of the stage.
Mäkinen chose the correct tyres for the stage, but they didn't help when this happened.
Oh! And there he goes. Oh, yeah. Dat is minder goed.
Suddenly 2 cows jumped to the road, and it was no time to even braking at all. I was just lift throttle and we hit straight to the other cow, and from there straight to the wall, and we dropped down about 30-40 meters quite far to the river.
So Mäkinen and Seppo Harjanne were out in one of the biggest accidents for years.
Ja, niet normaal, ja. Oh, you saw that? That's Corsica, it's so dangerous too, man. Het is ook zo gevaarlijk in Corsica ook, ja. Maar ja, goed. Het kan overal wel gevaarlijk zijn, hè. It can be dangerous everywhere, of course, hè. But yeah, it's spectacular, amai. Het is wel spectaculair natuurlijk, ja, dat wel. Amai. Oh, la la.
But day 2 had yet more problems in store for the unlucky Schwartz and Phil Mills.
Ai, ai.
Left 3 to 4 minus.
Ai. Oh. Oh ja. Yeah, that's niet goed, not good.
Piero Liati was 5th, but appeared to have lost interest.
Ai, ai. Ja.
Per sinistra lunga chiude 4, in destra 2+.
It was a different story with McRae, however. He was quickest on 4 of the day's 6 stages. Panizzi, cursing his tyre choice, was third.
Ja, ja jong.
Ford's development work had obviously paid off. Sainz shared the lead at the end of day 2.
Well, I think the rally is still very open, you know. Panizzi is 9 seconds. Colin is also coming very quick. It's only 19 seconds. So it is easy to be first or to be fourth.
It was Delacour who shared that lead with Sainz, although he didn't seem too bothered by the exalted company.
How does it feel to be absolutely level with Carlos Sainz going into the final day?
It's not a problem for me. Carlos Sainz is not the big chief.
Day 3, 6 final stages.
Tja, he won more runners than you, so tja, but okay,
Day 1 it
I
was dry and fine.
understand.
McRae, one of 4 drivers now fighting for victory. Gilles Panizzi was quickest on the day's 2nd stage, closing the gap on his teammate. Delacour, though, had been fastest on the 1st stage of the day, but the top 4 places are now closing up.
No, but for how long? I'm saying this again, huh? How long?
Sainz edged past Delacour on the 2nd stage, leading once again.
Yeah. That's pretty nice mix, huh?
Tire choice will be very important if the weather is becoming a little bit crazy.
Yet another Formula 2 car, Philippe Bugalski's Renault Megane, ended the rally in 6th place. Liati looked to have settled for 5th, content to let the battle ahead unfold.
No.
Going into the last stage, tyre choice again looked to be crucial.
We've got people all over the place in the stage now just giving us weather reports, so it's just down to picking the right tyre.
Important thing is, you know, do not make a mistake with the tires and have the correct tire now.
Francois Delacour spun on that last stage, so losing any chance of victory. So did Panizzi, so it was now a 2-horse race.
Into 6 right tightens, the 5 right plus line, and 5 left plus. 50, 6 left, 50, 3 right plus, and opens.
Colin McRae and Nicky Grist flew through the stage, men on a mission.
Okay, 5 left plus, tightens, don't cut. 50, okay, 25 or 26.
Sainz and Luis Moya started the last stage 7 seconds ahead of McRae. Surely the gap was too great to make up.
Ja, maar hij moet anyway. Dat is proberen sowieso.
Yeah, no, it's all in tires, depending on the tire choice.
But no, McRae had done it. An unbelievable 15 seconds faster than Sainz.
Yeah, that's good. Oh.
You've driven as hard as you could?
No.
I couldn't go any quicker, probably harder than I could drive.
McRae's 2nd win of the year then, thanks to that stunning drive on the last stage. 8 seconds the winning margin from Sainz, Panizzi, Delacour, Liati and Bugalski.
Yeah.
No points from Corsica for Mäkinen then, but he still led the drivers' table by just 2 points from McRae. Liati and Sainz now shared 3rd place. In the Manufacturers' Championship, Subaru still led.
Yeah, my. Not bad at all. Okay, so next one is Argentina.
And so across the Atlantic for round 7, the Rally Argentina and a new teammate for Carlos Sainz.
The car is there, the potential is there. We only have to find, you know, all the things and little details, because nowadays the rallying is so tight anyway that if we find all the things together, that should be a winning car.
Kankinen replacing Schwartz then. So, to the action.
Ah bon, okay. Hey!
Championship leader Tommy Mäkinen ran first on the road. But the big story was his teammate Richard Burns, making up for the disappointment of Portugal by leading for the first time.
Yeah, very good.
40.
Come on. Good to Burns, come up.
30, medium left minus low.
I've been pushing fairly hard on the first 3 proper stages, which were quite quick, and then a little bit carefully on this one, which is a little bit tricky coming downhill.
Colin McRae had shared the lead after stage 1, but was now beginning to drop back.
Into forward and 3 right plus. 50. 6 crest.
In fact, after stage 1, it had been a 3-way tie for the lead, Sainz one of the other 2 drivers. His teammate Kankkunen the third. To everyone's amazement, 2 Finns using English pace notes.
Yeah. You are Apple, you are Kankkunen, yes. And use English. Yeah. Why not then?
In the Subaru team, Kenneth Eriksson was back after those 2 tarmac events.
Yes, yeah.
And Didier Auriol making his second appearance of the year in a privately run Toyota. Kankkunen was making a cautious start, but quickly settling into the new car.
50, very, very long medium right.
He and Juha Repo were 5th at the end of the day.
Yeah, and the bumper is back. And the bumper is gone.
Burns and Robert Reid had slipped back. They were 4th.
Yeah, that's...
Sainz and Lewis Moyer were 3rd, concerned about the damage to the front of the car.
Yeah, my.
Well, it has been a little bit of stress over the last few stages, but I'm happy we are 3rd, not so far away, and well, what can you say?
But there was concern at Ford about those missing bumpers.
How many did you lose?
I think we've lost a total of 4 now.
How many spares have you brought?
When we started, we had a total of 6, I think, so we're up against it, really.
McRae's never finished the rally in the past, but the fastest time on the last 3 stages of the day helped him to 2nd place.
Into 3 right plus line. Into 6 right.
The rally leader, though, was Tommi Mäkinen, but the top 5 were separated by just 55 seconds.
Oikein eri. Vasen yli nyppylän 2, lyhyt vasen eri plus.
Colin did last few stages very well and he got that little bit and so I think tomorrow will be a big fight.
As dawn broke on day 2, that bumper story at Ford had an unexpected ending.
Yeah, good one.
We found a local company in Cordoba last night who actually worked all night. They made a mould of the one remaining one that we had that was in good condition. We collected them at 6 o'clock this morning and we fitted them here for the first service. I think if it had been England or anywhere else in the world, it would have been a different story, but I think there's so much passion here for Carlos.
A passion indeed. Sainz must just have been relieved to have been running in one piece. No such worries for McRae, who set off to catch the rally leader. That man, Tommi Mäkinen, had other ideas. He was 17 seconds quicker on the 13th stage. But Mäkinen's teammate Richard Burns was about to suffer his 2nd retirement of the year.
Oh, that's big. That's too bad. Aye.
And opens.
Richard and his co-driver Robert Reid had knocked off a rear wheel. As they struggled to repair it, their mechanics could only stand and watch, powerless to help.
Give it one more.
They did get going again, but soon stopped for good.
There was some rocks in the road, and just coming around a long tight corner, there was quite a big bang, and it must have snapped the rear arm, and now it's pulled all the drive shaft out and everything.
Kankkunen and Repo inherited 4th place as a result of Burns' misfortune, but they also fell victim to an Argentinian rock.
Long easy left.
Burns had retired with a rear wheel knocked off, Kankkunen with a front one. The 2 retirements took a little of the pressure off McRae. He was fastest on 4 of the day's stages.
Okay, yeah.
Slow,
good
3
job,
left line. 50. 6 left minus.
But he couldn't touch Mäkinen, quickest on 7 of the day's 10 special stages.
We were already last year very fast on this stage and I like it. It must be my famous stage.
Finland's Marcus Gronholm had made the long journey to Argentina in the car soon to be replaced, the Celica. After Burns and Kankkunen had gone out, Kenneth Eriksson was the 3rd driver to hold 4th place in just 2 stages. Sainz was third, the bumper holding, and all was well.
Ja, okay. Goed. Wow.
Calenta, Fernando para esa buena poco tarde se abre.
Yeah, I'm trying my best and trying to the whole day trying to catch up with Colin and with Tommy, but it hasn't been possible.
Colin McRae was still second, but differential and then power steering problems meant that he'd lost a minute to the leader during the day.
Ja, dat is a lot.
And that leader was still Tommy Mäkinen, now with an almost unassailable lead.
Ja, goed. Dat is goed. Goed, Tommy, goed.
He's been going quicker all day really, apart from one stage, so there's nothing I can do about it now.
Should be enough. I know quite well those stages, and they are quite fast and soft surface. I think there's not so much to do.
Day 3, 5 final stages and an early start for drivers, co-drivers and spectators.
Ja, precies wel, hè. Ja. Looks like it, hè. Oh, look out. Whoa. Hey. Whoa. Spectacular, mate.
Sainz's rally was destined to end on stage 21 with cylinder head gasket failure.
Well, what can you do? The only thing we can do is keep trying. I'm sure the team is working very, very hard to change the luck we are having at the moment and this misfortune, and I'm sure the results will come.
Gustavo Treyes finished 6th in his Mitsubishi on his way to becoming the Group N World Rally Champion. Oriol finished 5th, a good result for the old car.
Ja, goed. Dat is goed, ja.
But even better was Marcus Gronholm, a long way from his native Finland.
Yep.
Ericsson finished 3rd, a great boost for both championships. McRae was 2nd, glad just to finish the rally on his 3rd attempt.
Yeah, good. That's a good effort experience.
But Mäkinen held on to win, his 3rd victory of the year.
Good, Tommy, good. Whoa, look out. Don't screw up now.
His delighted service crew welcomed him back at the end of a punishing event. The champagne fight, though, was unequal. 2 Subaru drivers against 1 from Mitsubishi.
Yeah.
Confirmation of the finishing positions then. Mäkinen's winning margin over a minute from McRae, Ericsson, Gronholm, Oriol and Treyes. The Drivers' World Championship had no surprises. Mäkinen now extending his lead to 6 points from McRae, with Liati and Sainz tied for 3rd place. And the Manufacturers' Championship still led by Subaru.
Yeah, they are doing a good job, Subaru. My, very dominating the season, huh? Alright, Quapalis, also a pretty good one.
From the South American autumn to the scorching heat of Greece in midsummer, and the Acropolis Rally, round 8. The June sunshine was pleasant enough, but the rally had plenty of hazards ready to trap the unwary.
Yeah, look at that. Oh.
Colin McRae was one of the first victims of those Greek roads.
Into 4 left plus over crest. Into
oh, aye. Yeah.
Snap steering column or something.
Well, hang on, are we going to get out, Carl? Nick to supervision with no mobile again, but it's not very nice at all, over.
Just hit a bump on the inside of a corner, and just the force of the bump bent the steering column.
McRae, going out on stage 2, handed the rally lead to Sainz, but the lead would be short-lived.
Uh-oh. Yeah, it's a very punishing rally 2 after cars. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh.
The exhaust damaged the shock absorber, and I lost the shock absorber in the last stage. I lost 1.5 minutes.
Oh, yeah,
Sainz's problems meant that Mäkinen now led the rally, but soon he had problems.
Oh yeah. The suspension too, I think. Yeah.
Maybe last 7.5 kilometers we had 2 punctures, and so of course I had to slow down a little bit.
Kenneth Eriksson then became the 4th driver to lead the rally after stage 5.
Okay.
Juha Kankkunen set the fastest time on stage 4, moving ahead of his troubled teammate. 2 retirements meant that Richard Burns was determined to finish this event, and he was in second place by early afternoon. An unlikely visitor to Greece was Sweden's Thomas Rodström, more at home in his native country's snow and ice.
Yeah, right.
It was Rodström's teammate who had the dubious honour of crashing out on just the very first stage. Belgium's Freddie Loix would play no further part in the rally.
No, not really. Oh, look out.
Ericsson led the rally going into stage 6, but wouldn't be leading coming out.
Oh, oi, oi, oi. What a... My.
Kenneth and Staffan Parmander nursed their battered Subaru through the stage until they could reach service.
A circlip in the inside the steering rack has failed, and it caused the steering to just lock up occasionally and randomly, which is not a pleasant experience for him at all.
Ericsson dropping down the order meant that Thomas Rodström could finish 5th at the end of the day. Suspension problems having dropped Carlos Sainz to 4th, he still set the fastest time on the last stage of the day. In joint second place was Richard Burns, not being helped by having to slow to pass the rolled Subaru on stage 6.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was Tommy Mäkinen who shared second place with his young teammate. But with 2 Finns in the top 3 places, a delighted Juha Kankkunen led.
Good.
For me it's very good because a long time, you know, okay, I did Argentina and now leading the rally, so happy about no problem today and good.
Day 2 and 7 more stages. For Juha Kankkunen and Juha Repo, their only problem would be a bent steering arm. Not so fortunate, however, was Kenneth Eriksson, who was forced to retire with a car too badly damaged after that previous day's roll.
Yeah, it's right, so yeah. You can only try, yeah.
Tommy Mäkinen was another driver who had problems.
Oi, oi. Oh!
A long list of breakages gave the Mitsubishi mechanics plenty of work to do. Unlike Eriksson, however, Mäkinen would continue.
Yeah. Brutal rally for cars, ja. Amai. Volop, amai.
Bit bad luck, but it's rallying, everything can happen.
So Burns was now second, having a trouble-free morning, although the afternoon would be a different matter.
Oi, oi.
Thomas Rodström survived a scare with brake failure to end the day in 5th place. That long list of breakages meant that Mäkinen was 4th.
Yeah, nice.
Slow K right.
Burns' problems all occurred in the afternoon. A spin and then gear selection problems the least of his worries.
Yeah, that's too bad, yes. Really
He went on
struggling.
to break an engine mounting and then had a hold radiator.
Oh my.
Rich has been quite lucky. The part that broke, we've never changed it on a rally before, and I think to have changed it in the time they did was pretty good.
Yeah, good job.
Sainz had a superb day, quickest on 6 of the 7 stages and climbed to 2nd by the end of the day.
And the rear bumper is gone. Aye, aye. Oh.
Only his teammate now stood between Carlos and victory. A Ford 1-2 had been unthinkable before the rally, now it was just 6 stages away.
It's going okay, we have no problems at all with the car. Car is working very good and we are just trying to catch up the time we lost yesterday.
Tomorrow is still quite a long day, but at the moment looks good.
Ja.
Day 3, another early start and another dramatic conclusion to a rally.
Oei, oei.
Kankkunen began the day 37 seconds ahead of Sainz, but began to back off.
40. Bad right sumppuun.
Sainz knew that team orders would be brought into play. Victory was now a formality.
Ja,
Richard
ja.
Burns' luck had run out. He began leg 3 in the same way he ended leg 2.
Ja. Dus team orders, ja. That's another surprise, huh?
He's now got a cracked block and losing water, so we've tried to seal it, and we're just keeping our fingers crossed.
Only 4 of the worst stages in the World Championship to go.
Second fastest on 2 of those stages helped Uwe Nittel secure 6th place. 5th was Rodstrom, now only 1 event left for the old Celica. There were 2 sets of team orders within the top 4. Burns deliberately incurred time penalties to allow Mäkinen to finish 3rd and claim an extra championship point.
Yeah, yeah, not surprising, but okay.
Nothing to do with me, it's in other hand.
At Ford, Sainz was the team leader, so Kankkunen was told to drive for a finish. Sainz duly took his and Ford's first win of the season. Ford's team management were obviously delighted at the result.
Yeah.
It's a victory for the team.
Good.
And I'm very happy for Malcolm and all the mechanics. I think everybody has been working very hard.
When people know what effort has gone into to getting this team this far, it's just a tremendous amount of satisfaction, and I say, yeah, a lot of emotion there.
Sainz, Moyer and Wilson tasting the champagne for the first time.
Yeah.
The leaderboard, 2 Fords from 2 Mitsubishis, all 4 affected by team orders. Rodstrom and Nittel rounded off the top 6.
Understandable.
In the Drivers' Championship, Tommy Mäkinen's lead is now 10 points from Colin McRae, but Sainz is now only 4 points behind the Scotsman.
Yeah, and that's
no
why
points for Subaru,
that
but they
Sainz had to
still
win
led
that.
the Manufacturers' Championship.
En not Juha Kankkunen, hè? Ja, dat is waar, ja. Daarmee als Juha Kankkunen niet mocht winnen eigenlijk, ja. Daarmee dat Sainz daarvoor moest. Oh nee, hier, Nieuw-Zeeland zitten we nu, hè. Voilà.
6 weeks later and it was round 9, the rally New Zealand. Spring in Auckland. Stage 1 of the rally, a spectator super special around Manukau City on the outskirts of Auckland.
Amai, oh! Oei, oei. Look at that image, my. Very exciting. Oh, oh.
But it was the rolling hills around Auckland where most of the stages would be fought out. McRae won the rally 2 years ago and started as favourite. He led after stage 2. Mäkinen was chasing hard. Too hard.
Uh-oh.
McRae and Grist saw the result as they drove by.
Tommy. And
Yeah.
6 crest,
Amai.
35 right, tightens into 6 left.
Kijk weg.
Good.
Good, he says. Ai, ai, ai.
6 left, 150.
Watch out for karma.
And drive nicely. 6 crest.
So what exactly happened?
Yeah, a little bit too fast, but oh.
I don't understand what is wrong with this rally. It's so nice to drive. I like these stages. It's very much like 1,000 lakes, and it's so enjoyable rally. But because it's no luck, That's it.
Yeah.
McRae's lead was then 55 seconds, so he could cruise to victory. In theory.
Yeah, okay. Into 6 right.
Wait.
Oh. Well, it's something to do with the cam belt tensioner. The engine just stopped. We took the cover off it.
Yeah, it's
There's
too
no
bad, huh?
tension in the cam belt. The cam belt is still there. So something mechanical in there.
Sainz's Escort had a new sequential gearbox, and he inherited the lead after McRae and Mäkinen went out. Burns now had the undivided attention of the Mitsubishi mechanics, just as well.
Four stages ago on the start line, we had an output shaft break. From being on the same time as Carlos at the time, we've dropped a hell of a long way now, and we're over 2 minutes behind.
Having three-wheel drive on the second run through the spectator stage didn't help.
No, not really. You see it. Amai. Tel me echt nou. Uw aandrijving is niet echt ideaal.
Fastest through the last stage of the day helped Juha Kankinen to third place.
Okay, that's good.
And very long medium left. And long medium right, all in. 70.
Kenneth Eriksson had also been quickest on one stage, but he'd been slowed by early gearbox problems.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's too bad.
Those problems now sorted, he was second. But Carlos Sainz still led, determined to prove that the result in Greece hadn't been a one-off.
We didn't have any problem with the car, everything is working okay, and well, a lot of things happening in the front, and here we are.
Yay, good.
And so to day 2, 8 more stages in the hills.
Goed bezig.
Sainz started 22 seconds ahead of Eriksson, but running first on the road was a distinct disadvantage.
Yeah, yes. That's, I forgot about that. Ooh, that's too bad.
In all, 39 seconds were lost on that stage, the longest of the rally. Kenneth Eriksson set the fastest time, and he grabbed the lead.
Okay. Good news for Kenneth.
But it wasn't just Sainz. Kankinen also lost time to a charging Eriksson. While Richard Burns was also quicker than the two Fords. As the sunshine faded, the cars returned to Auckland. Burns had been quickest on 4 of the day's 8 stages, and he was now 4th. It's difficult to believe that this was only Kankinen's 3rd event in the new car. He was 3rd.
Okay. Good, well Kankinen, yeah.
Izquierda rápido, ojo se cierra, a fondo, abrirse, 1.
Kenneth Eriksson and Staffan Parmander still led the rally, but only just.
Okay.
Sainz had recovered nearly all his lost time, blaming a poor tyre choice on that first stage for his poor performance.
Yeah.
Few stages today, I was struggling in the first position. But now we are 8 seconds. Tomorrow, I think the first 2 stages is going to be very important.
No, I think I will have no problem because it was a hard day today. But okay, 8 seconds lead first on the road tomorrow. It's not bad.
A misty start to the 3rd and final day.
Oh, no!
Eriksson now had the same handicap as Sainz had. 13 seconds were lost on that first stage of the day.
Yeah, it's a lot. Especially in New Zealand.
Höger 3 minus. 20. Vänster 2 minus. Fan gör du för någonting, Ken?
Sainz and Moyer were then on course to take their second successive event victory, until...
Oh, yeah.
That collision with the sheep lost the pair 26 seconds, together with lots of damage caused to the bodywork, engine, radiator and suspension.
That's brutal.
Ford mechanics
Oh,
were
that
faced
was
with a grim
hefty.
task. Not at all pleasant, but they set to work.
Yeah, my. Oh,
the
that was
tension
head
in the
on.
Ford camp was clear. To retire now, with the finish almost in sight, would be a cruel blow.
Yeah, but the sheep, it had also had a push, my. Don't think about it. My. Ja, dat schaapje
With
was...
time ticking away, Sainz blows the horn in frustration, desperate to leave before incurring time penalties. The pair eventually left, penalty free.
Okay, good. Oh my god, yeah, that was pretty intense.
Salika's last official outing, Neil Bates from Australia and his co-driver Coral Taylor finished 6th.
Oh my.
New Zealand's Possum Bourne finished 5th on his home event. Richard Burns and Robert Reid were fourth, cursing their day one problems.
No, that's too bad, but okay.
An increasing confidence within the Ford team saw Kankkunen finish third.
That's good.
And long bad right. And long K left. 50. Medium left tightens to very long K left.
Even a string of fastest stage times wasn't enough to make up the lost time, and Sainz finished second.
We have tried our best. The whole team has tried very hard, and I think cannot do any more.
A relieved Kenneth Eriksson then hung on to win. It was the closest ever finish to the Rally New Zealand, a fact appreciated by Kenneth's mechanics.
Yeah, good job. Very good. Good finale, man.
I've been so unlucky this year. I've been leading in some stage in Portugal, also in Greece when I retired due to technical problems. So it was very good that it's coming for me now, and I'm looking very much forward to go to Finland.
This was the second victory of the year for Eriksson and co-driver Staffan Pamander. 13 seconds the gap between Eriksson and Sainz, with the rest of the top six being made up of Kankkunen, Burns, Bourne and Bates.
Yep.
McRae's retirement elevated Sainz to second in the Drivers' Championship. Although Mäkinen still led, McRae was now third, Eriksson, Liati and Burns making up the rest of the places. In the Manufacturers' Championship, no surprise.
No, nothing much changed, but okay, yeah. Still, good season now. Finland, yay!
So to round 10, the Rally of Finland, formerly the Thousand Lakes Rally.
Yep.
Besides the championship battles, the big story was the return of Toyota to the World Championship with their new car, the Corolla.
Yep.
Okay, it's first time with this car during the race, and sure we start with a very difficult competition.
The car is packed with gadgets, like an electronic gear change joystick to the right of the driver.
Yeah, the future of gear
Oriol would
changing.
contest all 5 of the remaining events, being joined by guest drivers like Finland's Marcus Gronholm on his home event.
Yep.
The local hero was Tommi Mäkinen, favourite to win again. The shock was that he wasn't the early leader. Sainz was the first non-Scandinavian to win the rally, and he led after stage 1. Colin McRae also enjoys rallying in Finland. He was faster than Mäkinen on 3 of the first 4 stages. Eriksson too fired up after his victory in New Zealand.
Yeah, of course. He's going for it,
And another local hero, Juha Kankkunen. Local children clamouring for his autograph at every service area. By the end of leg 1, Mäkinen was 5th, slowed by a string of turbo and intercom problems.
Aye, aye.
Kankkunen was 4th, 3 Fords in the top 4.
70. Very long fast left opens. 50.
Jarmo Kutaleta was 3rd last year, and was 3rd again in his privately run Escort at the end of day 1. Sainz should have been 2nd, but gambled on dropping to 6th by taking a time penalty.
We didn't want to be first car on the road at all.
Why is that?
Because if it is dry like it seems like it is, it's not good at all tomorrow.
It was a stunned Marcus Gronholm who led the rally at the end of the first day of competition for the new Toyota.
Yeah. Good news, huh?
It's a little bit surprised, yes, but it's good for Toyota and also for me. It's very nice to lead a World Championship rally.
10 stages lay ahead on day 2, the longest day, which began at dawn. Gronholm discovered that first on the road was indeed a disadvantage.
Yeah. Too bad it is, yeah, but okay.
In 5th place, going into stage 5, the first of the day, Colin McRae discovered that it would also be his last.
Okay, why?
A dull rattle signifying the same problem which had caused retirement in both Portugal and New Zealand.
Aye, aye.
Obviously pretty gutted. The championship really out the window now, unless Tommy and Carlos had a disaster here.
Thanks to Sainz's gamble, Kutaleta was 2nd, but trying a little too hard perhaps.
Yeah, a little
McRae
bit.
out left
Okay.
Eriksson representing Subaru. He was 4th after stage 11.
Whoa.
Sainz was fastest on 2 of the first 4 stages and led the rally after stage 8. Mäkinen meanwhile had climbed to 3rd, 15 seconds behind the Spaniard. Sainz had been right. First place on the road wasn't the place to be. Gronholm had slipped to 5th, but was happy enough. The car was certainly quick. Stage 12, and Kenneth Eriksson was about to join Colin McRae on the long journey home.
Oei, oei. Those are mechanical problems.
Koya stopped like 2 kilometers in on stage number 12, possibly the same problem as Colin has, I think.
Yeah, same
Didier
problem.
Auriol, meanwhile, couldn't match Gronholm's pace. Suspension and then transmission breakages cost over 3 minutes.
Oh.
We have only two front-wheel drives, so the problem comes inside the gearbox.
Finns continued to dominate the rally. Cutolato was 5th at the end of the day. It had been a frustrating second leg for Gronholm. He was 4th.
Oh, excuse me, sorry. Yeah.
Frustration too for Kankkunen, who'd slipped from 2nd to 3rd. While Sainz, team leader, had slipped back to 2nd.
Menos se cierran. Para izquierda rápida menos, acaba rasando en derecha. Para izquierda rápida menos corta, abrirse. Izquierda rápida ojos de tierra ras. Para derecha bueno más en quinta se cierran.
But it was Mäkinen who was in the driving seat, leading by just 2 seconds.
Oh, that's not much, yeah.
Two Finns surrounding a Spaniard. What's going to happen tomorrow?
Little bullfight for sure, but we will see then how it ends up.
My tactic is keep
Kankkunen, yeah, great answer.
Try to win this rally.
Day 3, 8 stages, 135 kilometres, and another early start. It looked to be a Mäkinen-Sainz fight. Mäkinen was fastest on both the first 2 stages. Sainz was only a second down on Tommy on the first stage, but then it all went wrong.
No, no.
Well, we have an oil leak and we lost the front diff, the center diff and the power steering, so it was difficult to...
Are they going to be able to fix it on this service?
They are going to try.
Aye,
They
aye.
are going to try.
That's a lot.
Yet again, the mechanics were being asked to work miracles, and yet again, they had to keep one eye on the clock.
Okay, down at the back.
Sainz was powerless to help, the car eventually being pushed out of the service area, and obviously all was not well. His teammate Kankkunen was then left chasing Mäkinen. He was quickest on the 3rd stage, now only 9 seconds separated the 2 Finns. But he too was having problems. Auriol was relieved to finish 8th after all his mechanical niggles.
Yeah, the new cars always...
Then came the Scandinavians.
Difficult.
Finland's Pasi Hagström, 6th. Sweden's Thomas Jansson, 5th. Finland's Sebastian Lindholm, 4th. Finland's Jarmo Cutolato, 3rd for the 3rd successive year.
Mooi, good.
Struggling through after losing so much time, Sainz and Lewis Moyer resorted to pushing the car at one point, but to no avail. Marcus Gronholm also wouldn't finish the event. He survived stage 20, the one on which Sainz had problems, but then fuel starvation on the road section meant he was out.
Yeah, too bad.
But I don't know where the problem is. Maybe no fuel or something in the fuel pump, I don't know.
Juha Kankkunen was fastest on one of the last 2 stages, but finished 2nd. Mäkinen was quickest on the other, the pair perfectly matched. In fact, the same top 3 as last year. To the applause of his mechanics, Mäkinen arrives at service, celebrating victory number 4.
Ja, goed.
The 4th successive win in Finland puts him into the record books, confirmation too of an all-Scandinavian top 6. With all his rivals failing to finish the Rally of Finland, Mäkinen couldn't have had a better result. His lead in the Drivers' World Championship after 10 rounds, extending to 18 points.
Yeah,
no finishes for Subaru, but they still led the manufacturers' table,
Yep.
although Mitsubishi were now just 8 points behind.
Yeah, that's, again, it's getting exciting. Okay, ja, Indonesia.
Je hebt geen rust in je hoofd zolang die
Wacht,
vaart.
Indonesia.
Imagine
Indonesia.
running.
Nee, nog eens. Nog eens. Nog eens.
Dus.
Nog eens. Eindelijk,
Round
amai.
11, the newest round, the most exotic round of the championship, the
Stupid
Rally
ads.
Indonesia. Tommi Mäkinen retired on the event last year, but knew that he was now on the verge of the 1997 driver's title. Victory would take him so much closer to that crown.
Ja.
McRae also retired in 1996. His hopes of the title were slipping away, and he badly needed a good result in Indonesia. This was the second event for Toyota's new Corolla, and Oriol was keen to improve on the 8th place he'd scored in Finland. The second car was driven by Australia's Neil Bates, but his rally ended after less than a day.
Nee, that's not good, and that's why. Whoa.
Juha Kankkunen nearly won the rally in 1996, and that newfound confidence in the Ford team meant that they were on the up. Sainz won the rally last year, starting as favourite, but the team hadn't done much testing. Like McRae, Kenneth Eriksson was concerned about those mystery engine faults, which had cost them so many points during the year.
Yeah, it is.
Richard Burns had missed Finland, but he was back at number 2 to Mäkinen. The stifling heat and humidity were causing problems for all the teams, drivers and mechanics.
Yeah, it is. Brutal.
The slippery conditions meant that once again tyre choice was a major talking point, although some drivers, though, had other reasons for their slow start.
Maybe I'm driving too carefully. I don't know.
It's good to be leading, but in this condition, then it can change in one stage. That's the thing. We've just got to be really careful and make sure we get the tyre decision right.
Didier Auriol was frustrated by transmission problems, which meant that he ran with two-wheel drive for most of the day. Burns had a misfire, although he was fastest on the day's last stage. For Kenneth Eriksson, his problems weren't mechanical.
Ja, maar dat was pretty close, hè? Oei.
Sainz had changed the suspension setup. He was much happier and 4th overall.
Okay, good move.
Fastest on one of the day's stages, Kankkunen was 3rd, ahead of the team leader. Tommi Mäkinen was in 2nd place going into stage 8.
Voila. Ooh. Ooh. I like it. I like Seppo. Oh. Oh. Oh
Only
man.
around 8
I
seconds
like
were
that
lost,
cool
but there
pilot.
was more work for the Mitsubishi mechanics.
Manneke toch.
What have you been doing, Tommy? The last stage we hit the wall a little bit and broke front. Luckily not so badly, just the turbo pipe closed completely.
McRae's domination of the rally was almost total. Fastest on 5 of the day's stages, he led by 35 seconds.
Okay.
Day 2 began with bad news for Toyota. Oriol retired, but the reason given by the team didn't sound entirely plausible.
Well, he was in stage 11, Batu Honga stage, and in the middle of the stage is a village, and he saw a really nice holiday home there, so he stopped, and he's negotiating at the moment to buy that holiday home.
Okay,
McRae was
special,
fastest on the
okay.
first 2 stages of the day. Then came the third.
Caution, 3 left minus over crest, slippy. Tightens and opens, 3 outside. Into 3 right opens.
Oh yeah, that 3. Ouch.
Mäkinen had no idea of the dramas behind him, just as well.
Oh, that's the wrong way. Oh.
To his relief, McRae passes Mäkinen's Mitsubishi.
Into slow 3 left.
Another fan was broken and broke the radiator and water came out and engine overheating and that's it.
Colin McRae and Nicky Grist had problems of their own.
Yeah.
And 6 left. And
Doesn't
6
look so
right
good.
over crest.
Oh, the fire, oh, yeah.
Fire.
The concern showed on the faces of all the Subaru team.
A stupid mistake, completely my fault. We went too quick in a slippy corner and hit a tree. And then it burst the gearbox cooler and set the car on fire and broke the radiator. So we lost a lot of time. I don't know whether we'll be able to get it going or not.
Once again, the mechanics were the key to continuing.
Yeah, but doesn't look so good, I'm afraid.
Every last ounce of energy was used to get the car going again. But it got little further. Retirement number 6 for McRae and Nicky Grist. That meant that Richard Burns was up to 4th after the 2 retirements. Kenneth Eriksson was 3rd, but at least there were no signs of those engine problems.
Yeah, that's a good news.
The leader going into the day's last stage would be in 2nd place coming out.
Now that it's raining very hard, what are you going to do?
Go home.
Sainz was fastest on all of the last 5 stages of the day. No surprise that he'd overtaken Kankkunen, but could this be Ford's second 1-2 of the year?
Yeah, that can be a possibility, huh? Who knows?
The third and final day, 6 stages and a dry start to the day. Sainz began the day with a 20-second gap, but had a scare on stage 19 with suspension damage. Kankkunen looked to have settled for 2nd place, but kept up the pressure. As the cars were worked on, the relaxed drivers took on vital fluids, Kankkunen even suggesting that he was doing his team leader a favour.
Of course I have to push him a little bit to keep him awake. I mean, otherwise he's going to sleep.
An unusual name in the championship, Proton, 1st in Group N and 6th overall for Karamjit Singh. Yoshio Fujimoto, 5th in the old Celica. Richard Burns was 4th, cursing that misfire on the first day.
Yeah, well, yeah. But you're 4th, so that's good, huh?
60.
Not that bad.
Max over
Could be worse.
50. Crest
Don't
of
slack
flat
to
left
that,
minus
either.
long
Finish
and
those
flat left long. 80 braking. K right.
Despite being fastest on the first 3 stages of the day, Eriksson was unable to catch the 2 Fords.
Nope.
That meant Kankkunen could finish 2nd for the 3rd time this season.
Yeah, pretty good here,
Long
Kankkunen.
medium right and keep right to very, very long bad left tightens hard. And very, very long medium right tightens.
Sainz had recovered from the suspension scare on stage 19 to take win number 2. It was a popular victory, the team now on course for both titles.
Yeah. Looks like it,
pleased. After all the misfortune we have in the last 3-4 rallies, I think it's a good victory.
The 20th victory for Sainz on a World Championship event. The team's second 1-2 of the year, and a comprehensive one at that. 16 seconds between the two, with over a minute between Kankkunen and 3rd placed Kenneth Eriksson.
Yeah.
Tommi Mäkinen still led the Drivers' Championship despite his non-finish, 8 points his lead. But in the Manufacturers' Championship, Subaru's dominance was over. 1 point was now all that they led forward by.
Oh my. Yeah, it's getting closer, huh? Ja, hier, San Remo.
Back to Europe for round 12, and the rally San Remo.
Ja.
A stunning sunrise greeted the crews.
Okay.
The final all-tarmac round of the series would spring a few surprises. The early leader, grabbing his moment of glory, was Paolo Andreucci. His performance, though, was a one-off. On the next stage, the guest driver in the new Corolla, Freddy Loix, took the lead.
Yes, come on, Freddy. Come on!
Back in the Subaru team was Piero Liati, chasing Loix and fastest on 3 stages. Tommi Mäkinen's confidence after his Catalunya win was sky high. He was fastest on just 1 stage, though. Sainz is normally seen as a tarmac specialist, but he was slightly off the pace.
Wow. Not really 300%, but yeah, still a specialist, but not.
Colin McRae won the Rally San Remo in 1996, but his confidence was low after that string of retirements.
Yeah. Understandable.
And 6 left, 100.
Oriol couldn't match the pace of his young Belgian teammate, not helped by a broken gear joystick. Juha Kankkunen too lost 18 seconds to the flying Loix on just 3 stages. Uwe Nittel was back after a long spell away. He made a cautious start, while the rally leader knew that Liati was breathing down his neck.
Yes, I'm leading, okay? It's the beginning of the rally and we need to go a long way. But it's better to have a very good start than a bad start.
Colin McRae and Ricky Grist made just one of those bad starts. A puncture and a poor suspension setup meant they ended the day 8th. Kankkunen was also struggling a little. He was 6th.
Yes, not the best results at the moment.
Frustrated by the new car's mechanical weaknesses, Oriol was 5th.
Yeah.
At the end of day 1, Carlos Sainz and Luis Moya were 4th.
No, of course I would like to be on the lead, but also I have to watch what is Tommy, and I'm trying to do my best.
Mäkinen was 3rd, over 20 seconds behind the leading pair. Loix had had a superb day, fastest on 3 stages, a terrific performance.
Yeah.
But it was Liati who'd snatched the lead. He'd go into day 2 with an advantage of 2 seconds.
Okay.
E sinistra 3 più, per destra 3 e sinistra 4.
Only 2 seconds in front Freddy Loix, but it's a very good day for me.
Day 2, 8 stages in the Savona region. Liati was now running first on the road. Loix began badly, transmission problems dropping him from 2nd to 6th.
Yeah. Too bad. Let's take it. Happy with that. That's really, yeah. Damn.
Nittel was charging, 2nd fastest on 2 stages despite this spin, but it couldn't last.
Whoa. Oh,
a new suspension setup helped McRae leap from 8th to 2nd.
Okay.
Didier Oriol and Denis Giraudet picked up a 30-second time penalty, ending the day in 7th place. Loix was 6th at the end of the day, ahead of Oriol's identical car. Kankkunen was 5th, only too aware that he'd be scrapping with Loix on the final day. No more than 4 seconds had separated Sainz and Mäkinen all day.
Abrirse uno con
The battle between the pair was for points, championship points, and Mäkinen was third overnight.
Ja vasen jatkuu pitkä, kun vasen huomio kiristyy. Ja helppo vasen oikein 100.
Liati still led the rally, but the challenge was now from his teammate.
Yeah, of course, you're right.
McRae was fastest on 6 of the day's 8 stages, and he was now second, just 6 seconds behind Piero Liati.
The car is perfect, the tires were perfect, so maybe we were not perfect.
Yeah, everything just sort of fell into place today. I was happier with the car, and we had a very good time the first stage in the morning, which sort of gets you in the right gear and puts you in the right track for the rest of the day.
I think between Carlos and me, it's most important at the moment.
We are basically the same distance than yesterday, so it's no much difference. 3 seconds at the moment.
Another early start to day 3, an exact rerun of day 1. Oriol would be frustrated in his quest for points, finishing out of the championship positions.
Ja, too bad. Dat is jammer natuurlijk, ja.
Freddie Loix, meanwhile, was slowly catching Juha Kankkunen.
Okay. Amai.
By stage 23, the gap was just 1 second. This spin, Loix's only error of the day. Kankkunen lost that battle on the very last stage, so Loix finished 5th by just 3 seconds.
Okay. Good. Not bad at all.
And so to the next battle for 3rd place between Mäkinen and Carlos Sainz. Sainz was fastest on the first stage of the day. The position was now reversed. He was 3 seconds ahead of Mäkinen. Tommy fought back, but Sainz was still just ahead. The battle, of course, was for more than just the place. Championship points were at stake. However, this was another battle Ford would lose. They started the final stage on exactly the same time, but Mäkinen was 2 seconds quicker.
Right. Yeah, right. Exciting, yeah.
Today we have been fastest overall in the leg by only 1 second to him, but not enough.
But it was the battle for victory which dominated that final day. Liati began leg 3 in the lead, but lost time. McRae led 2 stages from home and started the final stage with 1 second over Liati.
Oh wait, what a climax, huh?
There's nothing more to do, you just have to keep going, and it's going to be the best driver that wins at the end of the day.
McRae, though, had team orders on his side. Liati was forced to stop on the final stage.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, vai.
Yeah, again, like I said, sometimes you have to do team
McRae
orders,
charged through the stage. He looked to have won.
No.
Okay. Well done.
But in the end, an upset Fabrizia Pons had to incur a time penalty to allow her teammates to win.
No, very happy, but my job.
Yep.
It's my job.
Yeah.
So we've had a very tough battle all the way through, and we've finished 1st and 2nd.
An engineered victory, perhaps, but one which gave Colin McRae and Nicky Grist a slim chance of the title.
Yeah, exactly.
6 seconds,
That's
though,
why
winning
they
margin,
did it, huh?
with confirmation too of those 2 other
not
battles.
fun, but okay.
Mäkinen 3rd, Loix 5th.
Alweer
The
team
Drivers'
orders, ja.
Championship
Niet
after
goed,
round
maar
12 was now a
goed
3-way
soms,
battle.
hè.
No one else could win the title but Mäkinen, Sainz and McRae.
Yep.
The Manufacturers' Championship, though, was a different story. 13 points Subaru's lead.
Ja, het is al bijna volop open now. It's open for Subaru still, huh? Australia, that's also a good one, huh?
And so to round 13, the last long journey of the year for Rally Australia. The now traditional start to the rally, stage 1, the glitz and glamour of the Super Special at Langley Park.
2.6 left.
Oh, yeah, Porsche. Porsche Challenge on the PlayStation now.
After the first forest stage, the rally was led by the new Toyota Corolla of Didier Auriol. Tommy Mäkinen, though, had already lost time with a problem at Langley Park.
The start motor wasn't work at all, and so we had to push car to run, and of course it means half a minute penalty.
Mäkinen's teammate Richard Burns snatched the lead when Auriol hit problems on stage 3.
Okay.
Fast left to crest 40, medium left plus to medium left stone 100.
Juha Kankinen's a past winner in Australia, but his rally began badly.
Oh yeah, you see why. That's, yeah.
Just, you
Big
know,
bang.
went a little bit too much sideways. I saw the corner a bit too late because in the dust and touched the tree and just bottom arm bolt broke.
Colin McRae's also won in Australia and knew that he'd have to do well this year.
We've got to win here to keep the championship alive, and obviously if we don't win, Tommy's going to be very close, and if he wins then the championship's finished.
Carlos Sainz also badly needed victory to keep his title hopes alive.
We have to catch up if we want to play something in this game in the World Championship, so we'll try our best.
Yet another former winner is Kenneth Eriksson, who needed victory for the Asia-Pacific title. Mäkinen's miserable first leg would continue.
Whoa! Hey.
More damage for the team to fix, and yet more lost time.
Ja, not so good. Niet zo al te goed voor hem.
Still here. Still here, and still it's a long way to go.
Kenneth Eriksson was also in need of help from his mechanics.
Ja, ik zie het.
We had a fifth gear corner very short with bushes, and in the middle of that corner must have been a stone. Because the speed was so high, then the wheel collapsed.
The work done, any memories of the similar problem in Kenya were forgotten, and a grateful Eriksson thanked the team as he left.
Ja.
Sainz ended the day 27 seconds ahead of Eriksson in 4th place.
Uno bota más, uno bota cabecilla rápido menos ras, bota poco, dos.
Transmission problems had dropped Auriol from 1st to 3rd.
Ja, that's unlucky, ja. Dat is wel jammer natuurlijk, ja.
Burns was 2nd, although he wouldn't have the advantage of running 6th on the road on the second day.
74 left plus over crest, opens line. 100. Care 6 left, and narrow jump line and 6 right.
9 seconds ahead of Burns and Robert Reid were Colin McRae and Nicky Grist, the road sweepers for the others on leg 2. Handicapped by the loose gravel, McRae's lead was soon down to 3 seconds. Burns suffered as well. His 2nd place was coming under threat. Equal fastest on stage 12, Auriol's challenge soon faded. Sainz was fastest on 2 stages and moved up to 3rd place.
Arrasando izquierda rápido, ojo, poco tarde se cierra. Acaba con más en quinta, y se cierra más, dos.
Mäkinen was also fastest on 2 stages, and after the 3rd was within just 6 seconds of snatching 5th from Kenneth Eriksson. Neil Bates and Coral Taylor visited the scenery, but at least they kept going.
There's not a huge amount of damage, but I was very lucky not to roll.
Yeah,
not so lucky were Kenneth Eriksson and Staffan Pamander when this happened on stage 15.
Oh! Yeah.
Mäkinen was 5th at the end of the day, fastest on 4 of the 9 stages.
I think it's not enough distance, and Carlos goes so fast at the moment, it's very difficult.
Auriol was 4th, 16 seconds ahead of Mäkinen.
Sur piège. Piège, droite à fond, sur attention, gauche 5. Putain de merde, c'est bon. Droite à fond, attention, gauche 5, planche sortie là.
Burns was 3rd, but willing to sacrifice that position if team orders dictated.
Big bang.
But the day belonged to Carlos Sainz, fastest on 5 stages. But with only 1 stage remaining, McRae still led, despite a spin on one of the afternoon stages.
56. 56 left.
In a calculated move, however, McRae allowed Sainz to take the lead at Langley Park.
Was that a slight tactical move?
We just had a bad time, we couldn't really get it going there.
Well, it is important because if not, I'm sure Colin will not slow down.
I think it's Carlos's turn to go first and see how he gets on.
So day 3 would decide it, run over Australia's gravel like ball bearings.
Yeah.
Sainz and McRae were just 2 seconds apart, but the contest would be decided by Sainz's car.
Oh. Yeah. It's over.
We are in the middle of the stage. We have a problem. We don't know what it is.
Aye, aye. Yeah, it's over, so yeah.
McRae and Grist passed the stricken car, all too aware that Sainz's bid for the title was over.
70. Okay, 6 press, 70.
Carlos began the long journey home, while back at the service area there was disbelief.
To be honest, I don't know, but you could feel like the engine was not going very good. And then suddenly stop.
To go out in this situation when really Carlos was so fired up, I really felt that, you know, very, very confident that he was going to win today.
Yeah, I'm disappointed because I was trying very hard. But I'm used to this.
Unfortunately.
Sure. Yeah.
The Mitsubishi
Too
of
bad.
Australia's Ed
Oh.
Ordinsky finished 6th.
Don't like that, but okay, yeah. It's a harsh
New Zealand's
reality of
Possum
rallying,
Hall
yeah.
brought his Subaru home in 5th place.
Yeah, yeah.
Burns finished 4th, beaten on the last stage.
Aye, aye.
Oriole giving Toyota its first podium finish with the new car, 3rd place.
Okay, that's good. For Toyota.
With Sainz gone, McRae should have been cruising to victory, but he was handicapped once again.
Oh, easy now.
Mäkinen took full advantage. By now he'd clawed his way to 2nd place.
Okay, I'm back.
This was now a desperate fight for the championship. If Tommy won, he also took the title, and Colin's commitment over that last stage was total.
Ah, damn. Sorry, everyone.
Okay.
Did you like that, wee man?
How high were we on those jumps? Gee whiz, that was high, man. I got a headache.
If he beats that, he deserves it. That's all I can say.
Tommy and Seppo Harjana needed to take 14 seconds off McRae and Grist on that final stage. Seven seconds faster, however, was the best the Finns could manage.
Yeah.
I knew already that it's not fast enough. I made few mistakes and...
Win number 4, and after all their disappointments, who'd have thought McRae and Grist were still in line for the championship? 6 seconds the winning margin for Mäkinen, Oriole, Burns, Bourne and Ordinsky.
Very
Those
tight
two,
again,
Mäkinen and McRae, were now the only 2 in line for the Drivers' Championship, Sainz's retirement having put him out of contention. But in the Manufacturers' Championship, Subaru now couldn't be caught, their 3rd successive title.
Okay, good Subaru. My, they did a very good job, huh? Okay, yeah, the last one, UK. Okay.
So the Drivers' Championship would be decided on the 14th and final round, Britain's RAC Rally. First to start was the championship leader.
It shouldn't be so difficult just to score 1 point and that's it.
He needed just 1 point to take the title, but he made a slightly erratic start.
Oh yeah, it's that one. Whoa!
I don't feel any pressure at all now. There's one thing to do, and if I'll try my best to do it. If I can't do it, then I've tried my best.
Only victory would be good enough for McRae, and even then, Mäkinen would have to score no points.
Yeah.
McRae's teammate Kenneth Eriksson was the rally's first casualty.
Okay, why? Because he...
The car just stopped and we couldn't restart it anymore, so it was no way, and we tried to push with the organizer, helped us a lot, but it didn't start anymore.
The home of British motorsport, Silverstone, and a spectacle new to Britain, a super special spectator stage. First to start, Tommy Mäkinen versus Colin McRae.
Why?
For the record, McRae was faster than Mäkinen by just 1 second. With Ericsson out, Liati was now McRae's only backup.
Whoa!
While Mitsubishi's Richard Burns was out to stop McRae winning. Sainz was out of the championship and on his last event for Ford.
Yep.
While Oriol was keen to go one better than that third place in Australia. In second place at the end of the day, Juha Kankkunen. But that determination to win saw McRae straight-lining the chicane at Silverstone.
Yeah, what? Chicanes, yeah.
A cold-ridden Mäkinen ended the day just where he needed to be, in 6th place. McRae too was just where he needed to be, leading.
Today doesn't really go for anything. As Nicky says, the only thing you can do today is lose the rally. Tomorrow, and at the end of tomorrow evening, you'll see a big change again.
It's good position, nothing wrong with. So not so much difference between the 6, 7 first cars. It's all right. I hope that my own condition getting a bit better for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Day 2 in the Welsh forests and a foggy start. McRae, running first on the road, suffered the most.
Into 6 left, tightens. Leave the lights off and just drive it normally. 70, 6 right.
Yeah.
Into 4 left,
better.
opens. There, that's better.
The drive on that first stage came from Richard Burns. He took the lead. So quick, in fact, was he, that he caught and passed Didier Auriol on the stage.
Right.
80.
If it had just been, clear dark, it wouldn't have been a problem at all. But as soon as the fog comes down, it makes a big difference to it.
That was a good stage. Just concentrated all the way through and listened to the notes, and came out rather well.
McRae's fight back started on the next stage with the first in a string of fastest times. While Colin was making up time, Richard was losing out.
60. Fast lane, middle.
Ja, dat is unfortunate. Ja, dat is prettig natuurlijk, ja. Maar ja,
Juha
oké.
Kankkunen was enjoying a steady, undramatic run in 3rd place. Sainz was second behind Burns. He could still secure 2nd place for Ford in the manufacturers.
Ja.
But that cold meant that Mäkinen wasn't enjoying himself and was affecting his concentration.
Yeah, that makes it more difficult, of course, that.
I could drive a bit faster, but I thought it's no point to take too much risk.
Piero Liati's not at home on wet gravel, and his car bore the scars.
Yeah, my.
We were too fast there. There was no way to try to turn, and we rolled. But we landed on the 4 wheels, so we switched it on the engine, and off we went.
The home support was all for Colin McRae and Nicky Grist, but the championship looked to be slipping away.
Ja, it's been one hell of a season too, hè? 2097. It was really enjoying to watch. Ja, 1997 was ook wel echt een goed jaar om te kijken natuurlijk, ja. En dat wel goed.
His cold getting worse as the day wore on, Mäkinen was grimly hanging on to 6th place.
Yeah.
Do you feel as bad as you look?
It's not so good feeling, I have to say.
The rally'd lost Ericsson on day 1, but on day 2, it was Auriol's turn.
Sur gauche, sur droite à fond, plonge. Gauche, sur droite à fond, plonge.
Oh!
Putain, c'est malin ça. Putain, va se faire mal.
Oh ja.
Mani, je t'aime, Mani, je t'aime, Mani, je t'aime.
I have in my note, be careful inside. There are some log, and it's narrow. And I forget to write in my notes, and outside also there are some log. We go off the road and we roll quite fast.
That left guest driver Marcus Gronholm 5th in the remaining Toyota Corolla.
Okay. That's good for Marcus, come on.
Sainz was 4th, no help from team orders on this event, and suffering yet more problems.
Not a good ending to the season.
The last 2 stages where we have some transmission problems and we lost a minute and a half, something like that.
That's a lot.
Juha Kankkunen was 3rd, but all eyes were on the pair ahead. Richard Burns still led the rally, but it was now a shared lead. In the drive of the day, McRae had been fastest on 5 of the 7 stages and shared the lead with Burns.
Okay, very
I
exciting.
think everything just went very well today. The tyres have been working very well. I felt very confident with the car and the stages, and we've been driving very quickly.
Richard really is the only man who at the moment can stop you. Are you worried about him?
No, not at all.
Richard, can you stop him from winning?
Of course.
Day 3, and yet another foggy start would help to decide the championship.
Nice.
Yet again, McRae lost time. An inspired Burns was 17 seconds faster, but he lost that lead with a puncture on stage 21.
Oh yeah, too bad. That's, yeah.
How are you feeling?
As gutted as you can be.
5th place Marcus Gronholm was relieved just to finish his first RAC rally. Sainz finished 3rd, a broken drive shaft the only hiccup on the final day. Kankinen was 2nd, yet another pair of escorts in the top 3.
No.
Medium right and long fast left.
Hopla. Gone.
As he returned to Cheltenham and the finish, McRae knew that he'd won the rally. But 6th place was enough to give a flu-ridden Tommy Mäkinen his 2nd world title.
Yep.
Obviously very disappointed in the championship, but at least we've managed to win the home event, so it's a good finish to the year.
It's been very long season, and sometimes good luck and sometimes bad luck, going up and down and up and down, and finally we gain it. It's unbelievable feeling.
The 14th and final result of the year, but only 2 places mattered. 1st, Colin McRae, and 6th, Tommy Mäkinen, on his final event with co-driver Seppo Harjanne.
Yeah.
Confirmation of the Drivers' Championship
Look
positions.
at that.
1 point the difference, the closest finish since 1979. Confirmation too of Subaru's 3rd successive manufacturer's title. Colin McRae and Nicky Grist, 5 wins from 14 rallies, but it wasn't enough. The 1997 World Rally Champion was Tommy Mäkinen.
Yeah, that's it. Voila. It's over. Next week it will be 1998, eh? I was thinking, because that is 1997, but I was thinking that Colin McRae Rally came out again. Wacht, hè. Colin McRae Rally. Oh, yes, but PS1, wacht. When came it out exactly? Here, 1998. Ah, okay, yeah. So they used the cars and all deliveries of 1997 to make it, you know, in 1998. Ah, oké, now I know. Ah, nu weet ik het opnieuw. Want ik was heel te aan het denken van, wanneer kwam het weer uit precies, Colin McRae, de rallyspaal? Maar dan in 98 hebben ze dan natuurlijk de wagens gebruikt van, ja, 97, hè, en ook de stickers en noem maar op, hè. Maar goed, it was nice. It was nice. I had a fun looking. So yeah, again, next week 1998. So again, looking forward to it. So yeah, that's it. Thank you all for today, and I will see you all next time. Thank you. Bye bye. Voilà, dat was het voor vandaag de stream. Het was leuk. Ik heb ervan genoten, hè, voor nog eens te kijken naar 1997. Volgende week dan 1998. En ik zie jullie allemaal voor de volgende stream. Bedankt en tot ziens.